profound emotional range. Transformative for some people. Must be peeking through. We have it. There is the Corona. Just behold that for a moment. Those are the streamers. You're seeing the Corona. At any other point, the brightness of the sun hides that from us. But we're getting some of it right now. Let's just experience this together. It keeps peeking out. It doesn't want to disappoint the thousands of people in Niagara Falls. And they are thrilled. Can I bring in Katie Nicholson for just a minute? Katie, are you having a chance with the people around you to experience? What are you seeing?
I mean, I'm often not lost for words, and I'm a little lost for words. It's just a heavy, profound feeling. What's your name, sir?
Hi, Des. How you doing?
Good. Good. You just said something to me as I walked.
Oh no, I just said it's absolutely amazing what we just saw, witnessed. How all of a sudden it just became black and very shady, but it's been an unbelievable experience, and we've just got a couple of seconds, which is fantastic. So the crowd are shouting it one more time. So there it is, guys. It's just showing its face. Thank you. Thank you.
Motherfucker!
Heather, the sun is starting to make its presence seen here again. Everyone is again just eyes up. I think remembering to put their glasses back on. But just
yes, make sure you do too, moment. Katie. You know. Okay, thank you. You know, like you know, we make our living in the business where we talk, but it's just time here to stand and watch. Stand and wonder.
I mean,
it's extraordinary.
That would be, yeah. More,
well, you would say that it is.
I don't know. Who needs words when you can experience that?
And you know, on our screen we have live pictures from our team here in Niagara Falls, and so hopefully wherever you are in the country, you too are experiencing this with us. You can see that totality is coming to an end, and we're starting to see the moon move away from expose more of the sun's surface. So totality finished here in Niagara Falls, but of course this is moving on. It's moving on. It's moving to Gananoque. It's moving to Brockville. It's going to move to Kingston. It's going to do Hamilton and Burlington, eventually to Montreal in the south and on. And we're going to be with you for all of these. This is, take glasses on, everybody, as we look at all of this. Just before we go to Hamilton, I just want to bring in, if I can for a moment, Nicole Martellaro, who I think is already mic'd and ready to join me. Nicole, as you already joined us earlier, 2017, you've already experienced one. How about this one for you? How was this? Are those tears I see? It's visceral, isn't it? Oh, no, that's okay. No, are you not wearing a microphone? Okay, hold on. Oh, stand in. How about, I'm sorry, that was my fault. It's all right here. Just hold that. Just hold it. Tell me a little, why the emotion? I'm sorry. Even through the cloud. And look at the light returning.
Fantastic. To see the sun's corona, which I had only seen a glimpse of in 2017. I am absolutely, I mean, it's beautiful, and I understand why people chase eclipses. It was beautiful. And did you see the birds starting to act weird?
And it got so quiet. The temperature dropped so quickly.
I mean, I'm sorry. It's so emotional.
You're making me tear up. This is amazing. But you know, now that we start to see everything return to normal again so quickly, you can appreciate why people become almost deflated, almost dejected. There's been so pent up, such emotion, and then they say, once is not enough. I've got to get to my next one.
Exactly. I'm starting to think 2026 Spain, 2027 Africa. So, I mean, yeah, you absolutely can. I mean, it's, for me, I mean, you know, I love astronomy, I love space, and to see our solar system, like I said, in motion, it is just an amazing thing to me.
You know, I'm trying to figure out why I'm emotional listening to you talking about it. I think it's because it is this, you know, we're part of something so much more than this spot.
Yeah, it's bigger than us, you know? He had said something that, and Jay Anderson said the same thing, that it shows you how small we are in the grand scheme of things. And we're allowed to marvel at it and be taken, like, it's just, you know, people, it's awe-inspiring. It really is.
I stand in wonder. I just want to behold and experience. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. My goodness gracious, we're going to need a tissue. We're less than 2 minutes now from the people in Quebec going through exactly, I hope, what Nicole and I just did. So as we gather ourselves, let me bring in Allison Northby. I want to give you lots of time to lead up, Allison, to your moment of totality there in Montmorency at the famous observatory. Still blue skies, so this is going to get very dark very quickly and maybe very quiet. So you go right ahead and tell us all about what's going on there.
Yeah, things are about to change very quickly. As you said, the last seconds that I was looking at it, it's still just a sliver of light that you can see, and now it is becoming quite quiet because the moment is beginning, and people, you know, there is this sense of excitement that people have been building up to this all day, and it's just this great moment that's about to unfold here above us. I can feel the air cooling, I can feel the light changing. We can see that the darkness is starting to come now, and we're very close at this moment. I'm going to have another look to see. Just the smallest sliver still, so you can feel that energy. People have been, you know, everyone's staring up right now. There is a really excited energy because they know that the sun is there. They don't have to worry about the clouds. There's not a cloud in the sky. You can feel the light. You can see around me it changing as we speak. People here, you can feel the emotion already, the anticipation as this is starting to get darker and darker, as you can see, and just a tremendous
Ken, if I can just interrupt you, Allison,
wonder
for
on
just a
people's
second,
faces.
because I don't mean to cut you off because I want to go back to let you experience it, but what we saw with our live camera was the diamond ring effect, which everyone looks for. That's those last flashes of brilliant sunlight coming through all the valleys and the crags in the moon's surface, and I think behind you, you must be into totality.
Wow.
Tell me about how people are reacting.
Yeah. I think you can hear it for yourself. I'm just going to take a minute to let you just have a listen. So we are in totality now, and people, you know, gasping almost, covering their mouths, just looking up with a real feeling of awe and pleasure.
Allison, are you in a position to go and talk to anybody nearby to see what the reaction is from the families?
I'm going to just find someone here who I was going to speak with before he's down here.
Perfect.
How are you doing? We spoke earlier, and I just...
I feel really grateful for seeing this because it's really rare, and I feel special because we've been driving for 6 hours to get here, and it's really spectacular.
Describe for me what you're looking at right now.
We're looking at a ring of light that's been, there's a light of the sun that's being hidden by the moon. So
And it changed so quickly, the light.
yeah, it is incredible. I think it's part of the science that I love, exploring and understanding the cycle of the moon, I believe it is interesting. So this is something really special about the moon cycle, where we get no light at the point where we're at.
I'll let you get back to enjoying it. Thank you so much. So you can hear, again, like that feeling of witnessing something so unusual, so incredible right here at Mont Mégantic, with this beautiful clear sky and this incredible eclipse that I'm looking up at right now. And it's more than 3 minutes long here. So we're in the center of the path of totality. So this is one of the places in Canada that has the longest totality. So people have come here from all over North America to be able to experience this. Bonjour, Madame Roy. Est-ce que je peux juste une vite question? Comment est-ce que vous
Ça tombe là. Oui, c'est impressionnant, surtout avec mon petit-fils. J'en ai déjà vu.
Madame Roy, I'm speaking to her here. We've been speaking a little bit. She's here with her grandson and her son, and she saw an earlier eclipse.
Yeah, 63. Yes.
Tell me what you're seeing.
I don't remember. No.
Right
It's
now.
new. It's right, like new for me. Huh? I don't remember. I was 15.
What are you feeling right now?
Very good, eh? And
Yeah, magnificent. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's very cool. I love it.
Merci beaucoup.
And Venus.
Yes.
Yeah, so we can also see Venus there as well. Yeah. It's just an incredible sky. The colors.
She comes to see the eclipse too, right? It's the brightest. That part.
We have to put our glasses back on now. And you can see the people again applauding. Just have a look.
The glasses go back on, Allison. Everyone applauding and cheering because they know that it has been the end of totality. Our timing on our live shot is just a little bit out of sync from yours. We were kind of watching the live pictures from Sherbrooke, a little bit away from where you are in Mont Mégantic, but we saw incredible prominences in Sherbrooke. We saw the diamond ring at the end. I don't think I saw Venus on my screen, but how wonderful. That was one of the things that we were anticipating, that if totality was extraordinary, we might see some of the planets. Allison, thank you so much for sharing that. I want to take you to New Brunswick, Florenceville, Bristol, and Brent Ruskin. Your turn. What's happening?
Heather, this is just like, I mean, we were talking about, oh, it's going to be dramatic, and it's going to, the speed at which the temperature dropped, the light dropped. I can see Jupiter, I can see Venus. There's two very clear outlines. This is what we're looking at here. It happens so quickly, and so you can see a circle of kind of, it's more compelling and emotional than I had anticipated, because it's just like it's a middle of the day and suddenly it's just got dark. So there's folks all around here. I'll give you a quick little tour of people looking out here in one of the best spots in terms of conditions for the viewing was, because it was perfectly clear blue skies all day long. So we got that full sun to full eclipse. And so, what does it look like?
Look like it's an eclipse.
I mean, there's folks here who have come from all over the place, and it's much to be working, but also just experience. Everyone else, probably the rest, has already experienced it, but it's when the same phenomenon, but to see it yourself is very impressive.
Okay, you just take a pause. You don't have to talk to me. I want you to be able to say that you experienced it too. So just look at it. Do you have your camera? Can you take a selfie? This is safe to do, by the way, during totality. I don't know if you have one with you. Maybe not. I want you to have that for the record. But
Absolutely, I can take a selfie while I broadcast.
okay, get that set. I just remind people that where you are in New Brunswick has not seen this phenomenon since 932. It has been more than 1,000 years. And there you are, Brett Ruskin, bringing the moment to us. And Brett,
So we're
oh
coming
my
back.
goodness.
We're coming back.
That's fantastic. That is excellent.
So-
Okay. It's so great, Brett. Does that mean as I'm seeing a lot more light? Is it safe for you? Do you need to have your glasses back on?
So I got my glasses right here. I'm not looking up that way just now, but I'm going to put my glasses
Okay.
on. But I just,
Okay.
I can look down.
I'm going to leave you for a
and the
second.
landscape.
Stay put.
Okay.
I want to go to
Okay.
PEI next because I want them to experience it too. Sheehan Desjardins is in Woodstock, Prince Edward Island. It is totality there. Sheehan, what is happening?
It is. It is totality here. It is dark. I don't know if you can still hear the crowd cheering. They all just let out a really big cheer all together, but it seems to be quieting down right now. Now, it is actually pretty cool. I mean, it's no wonder so many people came out to experience this event here in Woodstock. This is what people have been waiting for. This is what some people have traveled literally thousands of kilometers to come and see here. Now, just before this, I had a chance to walk through the crowd and get people's thoughts. They said that this is the best day of their life. They said that this is life-changing, that it's magical. Some people have had this on their calendar for 2 years. Now, it was pretty much a perfect day here in PEI for the total solar eclipse. There was barely any clouds in the sky. I don't remember the last time it was this sunny and this warm in April. Some people are wearing shorts. Now, the temperature certainly has dropped. It's eerie how quiet it is all of a sudden. I think everyone is just really trying to take this whole experience in. I'm looking forward to it as well. It's pretty exciting here. Now, this is something that we're not going to see again in Prince Edward Island until for at least 50 years. So like I said, everyone is really trying to take this whole experience in, but I did have a chance to speak with some kids out in the crowd, and they said that they're already looking forward to it. So we'll have to see what happens 50 years from now, but the crowd is excited. I think people are really pleased with what they saw today in Prince Edward Island, Heather.
This is an extraordinary live picture beside you, Sheehan. Thank you so very much. Sheehan Desjardins, Woodstock, PEI, 2017, July 10th of that year. That's the next time that community will see what we are looking at right now. Now, is this Prince Edward Island that we're looking at? Let me just check with my team. Look at this incredible totality, as Jay Scotland was telling us, and Brett. This part of the country really had the best viewing conditions. And look at this. And Alfie Chan, come and look at this with me on these live pictures. Alfie, you met earlier this morning. Alfie's been my guest for years on CBC Morning Live. He's 15, but he loves space, and he has since he was a little boy. Now that is a total solar eclipse. What are you seeing in that picture?
It's definitely totality for sure. You can see kind of like the hole covering the sun. You can see the sun's corona flare outside of the moon. Oh, and there we go. That's the diamond ring effect right there.
So that it's moving off
Yeah,
then?
that's moving off
It's
now.
moving off. So let's wait and see what we see, because we have seen diamond rings which are unbelievable. That last blast, or in this case it'll be the first blast of light as it moons moving away from the sun. So you get, now we're seeing, now I haven't seen this. Now this could just be our monitor or our cameras, but I haven't seen those different colors. That could just be what we're looking at on the screen. Alfie, you were here in Niagara Falls with me, you and your family, your sister Ava and your parents. Wasn't as beautiful viewing conditions, but it did peek through.
It did peek
Tell
through,
me
yes.
all about your experience.
So most definitely it started, the first notable change was that it was pretty cloudy, so we couldn't see much. We started to look up and we heard people cheering, and that's when we're like, oh, so that's when the eclipse is starting. We look up and we see through the little bit of cloud we're looking at, and we kind of see a little bit of like a black circle slowly start to creep across the sun. And then that's when we start to notice, oh, it's getting dimmer, dimmer. And then it starts getting colder. The animals, like the seagulls out here at Niagara Falls, they started like flying all the way. Yeah, they're all flying at that direction, yeah.
They were going away,
Yeah.
were they? That's
Yeah.
really interesting. So a little bit unusual
A little bit
behavior. Were they quiet?
No, they were like, they were like cawing and chirping the whole time while they were flying, and they all flew in one big group and down that direction over there.
So you wanted to observe the changes, but I also wanted to find out how it made you feel. Tell me about the emotional experience.
So I did not expect it to be that quick to go from the sun brightness all the way down to dark. It went from dawn to dusk in under 5 seconds, and then in the next like 10-ish or so seconds, we went from sunset all the way to dark and at night. And then it was almost pitch black. It was a very dark blue. And it was really cool seeing all like the lights on the hotels, all the lights everywhere starting to light up. The city began to light up because of how dark it was.
Did you feel some kind of
and it felt
connection
like,
to
it felt like, oh wow, it's definitely worth it. I was also a bit nervous because I was like, oh, it's getting so dark. And I was just
a little bit nervous.
A little bit nervous. And
wonderful to share in that with your family. All of the people who were here. Thank you for sharing with all of us through these past days, Alfie, you and your family. It's been such a pleasure. It's been just great. I have to leave you now because I want to go to Newfoundland. I don't want to miss Totality in Gander. Adam Walsh, you're in the very last place in Canada to experience this. What is happening in Gander, my friend?
Oh my God, it is wild, right? Like Heather, obviously it's getting dark in the daytime here. I'm surrounded by a couple hundred people at the College of the North Atlantic in Gander. We've got the Trans-Canada Highway in front of us. We've seen a crowd slowly build over the last hour and a half. Like free glasses have been given out behind me here. You've got some astrophysicists, students from Memorial University of Newfoundland and Labrador. There's some telescopes there. Everyone's been waiting for this moment right now. And they're up until now, it was getting pretty loud. You got someone on a loudspeaker behind me. Now everyone's clapping because here we are in totality in Gander, Newfoundland and Labrador. And it is quite the thing with everyone's got their phones up and some cheering, and they're just in awe of what is happening right now.
You know, Adam, it hasn't just been the moment in Gander, and we're just looking at what's going on the screen in Gander. We're just seeing a crescent, so it's coming. I know there was a 4-day eclipse. Oh, sorry, we're looking at PEI. I apologize, Adam. This is PEI, so we're watching that scene as well. This is our camera in Woodstock. Such an incredible moment that is coming your way, the last stop before the eclipse moves out to the ocean. But we were hearing about a 4-day eclipse soiree, so you've really been celebrating there in Gander for a long time. Can you make sure that you share with me and everyone watching what is happening in the little fishing community of Burgeo, Adam, because there's a very special eclipse ceremony going on there.
Yeah, well, here's the moment right here in Gander, Heather. And if we're talking about Burgeo, I got to go back to 66. It's in 1766 when explorer James Cook was there for a partial eclipse during that summer. He was able to actually, with that spot, he named an island Eclipse Island. And he was able to get the longitude of that then. And you fast forward to the 20th century, they put a little beacon on that island. No one lives there. That's were the 50s and 60s. Went into